Hi there, welcome to Two Birds, I'm Fiona, and today's class is for those times when you feel a little flat, maybe lethargic, or you're feeling stiff or congested in your body and you just need to move. So this is an easy, smooth going flow to help you feel better in your body and in your mind. Hopefully it lifts your spirits and you feel a little brighter at the end of the class. Thank you for joining. Enjoy. And getting started on your back today, laying down, taking the knees out wide to the side, the soles of your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. And just take a few moments to smooth out through your upper back, through the shoulders and the backs of the arms. And just picking up the buttocks and extending your tailbone down toward your heels so you feel long but your spine's still following its natural curvature. Relaxing through the inner seams of your legs and letting go of any gripping in your buttocks. Resting your hands on your body and take a few deep breaths in and out here. Shutting down the eyes, relaxing your jaw, breathing in and out through the nose. Exaggerating your breath so you feel your belly rise, your ribs expand, your chest lift as you breathe in. And then take a slow, long exhale, finishing your breath all the way down to the pit of the belly, and take 2 more cycles of breath just like that, deep and full. And then just taking your hands to the outer edges of your legs and folding the knees in toward your chest. Squeeze in, massage down through your low back with a few rocks side to side. And then keeping your right knee hugging in, send your left leg out straight, flex your toes, and keep your left leg hovering. Back of your head's resting on the mat, stretching down through the left side of your body to the edge of your heel. And then just switching sides, draw your left knee in, right leg out straight, let your right leg hover. And then we'll just pick up the pace, right knee in, left leg out straight, left knee in, right leg out straight, moving with your breath. And just keep your head resting on the floor as you move. Bring a little warmth into the legs. And then the next time your right knee's in toward your chest, raise your head and your chest and catch the outer edge of your right foot for half happy baby. You can rest your left heel down to the floor now, and drawing your right knee down toward your right armpit, shins perpendicular to the floor. And without pulling it down too aggressively, just finding a gentle stretch through the inner thigh. And then go ahead, hug both knees in toward your chest. Squeeze in, rock a little side to side. And then send your legs away, your arms away. Keep your head resting on the floor. And then exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, hug the knees in. Twice more, inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your left knee hugging in, send your right leg out straight, right heel to the floor, right leg engaged, and come into half happy baby on your left side. Catch the outer edge of your left foot, and if you can, let your head rest back down on the floor, relax your neck. Sole of the foot's looking up toward the ceiling. And you're keeping your right thigh, the back of your right thigh resting into the mat, your heel, toes flexed on the right foot. One more deep breath in. And exhale, hug the knees back in toward your chest. And then take your hands down by your side, palms face down on the mat alongside your body. And as you breathe in, send your legs away. Take the legs out wide. Toes flexed, exhale, knees in toward your chest, legs together. Lift the buttocks a little. Inhale, send the legs away. Widen the legs away from one another. Legs together, knees back in toward your chest, little rock and lift the buttocks. And we'll do that twice more. Legs away, breathe in. Widen the legs, bring them back together. And then knees in toward your chest, hop the buttocks away from the mat. Inhale, legs away. Widen the legs, back together. And then knees in toward your chest. Rest your head back down, relax your neck. And then just crossing at the feet, catch a hold of your feet, take a little rock and roll, come up and over your feet and onto all fours here, setting yourself up in tabletop position. Hands resting underneath your shoulders, all your fingers spread and your palms flat, knees underneath the hips. You're just going to tuck the toes here, and without letting your heels roll out to the sides, inhale, arch the spine, lift your tail, your chest and your gaze. And as you exhale, flatten the feet on the floor, push into the hands and, round your spine. A few more cycles like that, just some linear movement through the spine to wake up, waking up the toes and the feet at the same time, keeping your breath smooth and steady and in time with your movement. One more round each way here. And as you feel yourself breathe out, bringing your buttocks to your heels, resting in child's pose. Keep your arms extending forward and spread all your fingers. Little fingers can come to the edges of the mat just to give yourself a lot of room through the shoulders. And as you stretch forward, creep forward through the fingers, you'll find length through the sides of your waist as you reach your buttocks back toward your heels. And taking 2 more smooth breaths in and out here. As you breathe in, gaze forward between the hands, come up onto the knees and then stretch back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Pedal out through the heels when you arrive, perhaps sway the hips a little side to side with a bend in the knees. Any movement that feels good in your body. Elongating through your spine, allowing your head to drop right at the end of your spine, your face to relax, your gaze to fall steady. And then just slow down your movement and come into stillness. Reaching the heels heavy toward the floor, stretching your arms long, feeling engaged equally through the arms and the legs, and taking 2 more deep breaths in and out here. And taking your toes together there at the back of the mat, very slowly with your breath, right leg rising. And as you breathe out, step your right foot forward in between your hands, coming into low lunge, left knee softly touches down. Once you're steady, arms rise up alongside your ears. And then as you breathe out, just take your hands underneath the shoulders, roll back and work towards straightening your right leg, flexing your toes, pointing your right knee cup straight up toward the ceiling. And then we're just going to alternate between the two. Walk your fingertips forward so they flank your right foot and lift your heart without lifting your arms. And then exhale, roll back and straighten, Ardha Hanuman, half monkey pose. And one more round just like that, walking forward, leaning the hips forward, and then walking back, straightening out through your leg any amount. And then walk your fingertips forward and then plant your hands to step back quietly to downward facing dog. Bring the toes together for the second side. Left leg rises as you breathe in. Step your left foot lightly forward between your hands and help it along if it doesn't quite make it there. We're still warming up. Right knee to the floor. Reach your arms up and overhead and just stay for your out breath. Let your hips sink forward. Adjusting your left foot if you need to, so your left foot's right underneath your knee, not forward of it. And then hands underneath the shoulders. Shift your weight back and come into Ardha Hanuman. Couple of breaths here. extending long through the front of your spine. So you feel that long, unwrinkled feeling. Collarbones are wide. And then gently walk your fingertips forward either side of your front foot. Lean the hips forward, lift your heart. And roll back, Ardha Hanuman. One more round just like that, walking forward. And rolling back. And then walk yourself forward, plant your hands, step back quietly, downward facing dog. Place a bend in the knees, send your gaze forward between your hands, and at the end of your exhale, walk lightly forward to the top edge of your mat. Bring your feet together, your heels lightly separated, big toes touching. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, a halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold toward the legs, drop your head. Inhale, rise to stand, come all the way up, nice and slow, reach your arms out and up, taking up all the space around you. And then exhale your hands to your heart. A couple of rounds, Surya Namaskar, a deep breath in, arms rise overhead, send the gaze up. Bend the knees and fold as you breathe out, a little soft in the knees as you fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Heels reaching back, crown of the head reaching forward, deep breath in. Exhale, low push up. Knees can come to the floor here if you'd like to modify, all the way to the floor, and take a low arch to the spine. Cobra pose, legs strong. Exhale, downward facing dog, firm belly. Straightening through the arms, spreading all your fingers, and leaning your torso back toward your thighs. 2 more deep breaths in and out. The end of your exhale, soften the knees, gaze forward, either lightly hop or step forward to the top edge of your mat. Second round coming up, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you breathe out, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms overhead, reach up, stand tall. Exhale, bend the knees and fold, hinging from your hips. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, low push up, chaturanga, all the way to the floor. Inhale, low baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Making sure your feet are set up, hip width apart there, your hands are shoulder width. Feel like your spine is extending, elongating along with the sides of your waist, through the reach of your arms. Cadence or tempo to your breath is smooth and even. One more deep breath in, looking forward. End of your exhale, bend the knees, step or lightly hop, come on up, top edge of the mat. Toes come together, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, chair pose here, reach your arms alongside your ears, bend the knees. Exhale, sink the hips a little deeper. Inhale, rise to stand, straighten your legs, stretch tall, little back bend, looking up. Exhale, dive forward over the legs, Uttanasana. Breathe in, come up halfway, extend your heart forward. And as you exhale, step back with your right foot coming into a high lunge. Right foot over in the right lane just to give you balance. And then as you breathe in, reach your arms up or just take your hands to your hips if you're feeling a little wobbly. Take a couple of breaths here. Expanding through your chest as you breathe. And if you feel any pinching in your low back spine, a little bend in the back knee can help here, but do stay on the balls of the back toes. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, send your torso forward, your arms float back. Hover there. And as you breathe in, push down through your front foot, come all the way up. Exhale, arms back, torso forward, crown of the head reaching forward in line with your spine. Inhale, arms up, torso up. Straighten both legs now. Take your hands to your hips and just face a quarter turn to your right. Spin your heels out, your toes in. Squeeze the elbows in behind you as you breathe in. Lift your heart, lift your chest. And as you breathe out, fold forward between your legs. Run your hands down your legs, either catching a hold of your calves, your ankles, or you can take a big toe bind, peace fingers and thumbs around the big toes. And try not to force your forward fold here. If you've got tight hamstrings, a little micro bend in the knees can be helpful. Try and keep even pressure through the feet from your heels to your toes. And just take a couple of breaths. Next breath in, come up onto your fingertips under the shoulders and halfway lift. As you exhale, your hands to your hips, coming up with a flat back, firm stomach muscles all the way up. Reach your arms out wide to the side. Legs are both straight. Left toes now point toward the front edge of the room. Just make sure they're straight there. Take a deep breath in, preparing for triangle pose. And as you exhale, hinge out over the midline of your front leg. Left hand can come down to your shin, the ankle, or the floor there. But try and keep the integrity through your spine. You're extending through both sides of your waist, expanding through your heart center, through the reach of your arms. Couple of breaths. So when you arrive in the pose, make sure that the shape of your body feels like it's sustainable to keep a smooth, rhythmic breath. Adjusting if you need to, sliding your hand up the leg if you need to. Next breath in, push down through your front foot, come all the way up. Warrior two, bend through the front knee. Track your front knee directly forward, make sure it's not rolling in. And work toward a right angle there. Sharpen the back leg so it feels straight and strong. Your chest lifting, armpits balanced over your hips. And then relaxing your shoulders, softening into the pose and giving everything a bit of length and space. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You can look up or back toward your back leg. And as you exhale, lift forearm to your left knee for side angle pose. This time just send the right arm straight up so you're in a easier shape, a more modified version of Konasana. And check in with the sides of the waist, making sure you feel extended and long and your breath feels full and deep. And then taking your right arm, circle it back behind you, forward, and then over your right ear, extended side angle pose. Feeling a diagonal line from the edge of your right fingers all the way down to the outer edge of your right foot. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, either side of your front foot there, and your back knee down to the floor, low lunge. As you breathe in, reach your arms up. Stay here as you exhale. Big deep breath in. And exhale, hands to the floor. Right hand stays down, left hand to the sky, coming into a twist, opening up to your left side. And you can stay here or reach back with your left hand for your back foot. So if it doesn't feel like it's close enough to catch a hold, just stay in your twist. Otherwise, making your way into a quad stretch here, drawing your heel toward your buttocks. And taking one more deep breath in and out, full breath. And releasing, taking both hands down to your front foot, either side, stepping back through a Vinyasa, high push-up as you breathe in, low push-up as you breathe out. Staying with your breath, inhale, upward dog or cobra, legs strong, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep, smooth breaths. And steadying your eye gaze. At the end of your exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, step or lightly hop forward, come up to the top edge of the mat. Second side coming up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold Uttanasana. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach your arms. Exhale, stay here, sink your hips, weight in your heels. Inhale, rise to stand, stretch up tall. Exhale, dive forward over the legs, firm belly, flat back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your left foot back now, high lunge, and place it over there in the left lane at the back edge of your mat. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Arms alongside your ears, space between your earlobes and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, torso forward, your arms float back, hovering over your front thigh. Inhale, reach your arms. And exhale, float the arms back. Breathe in, reach your arms up, high lunge. Straighten both legs, take your hands to your hips and just walk a quarter turn to your left there. Heels out, toes in, spread leg forward fold, hands to your hips, elbows squeeze in behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold between your legs, run your hands down your legs, drop your head. Let your spine cascade down. Allow your face to relax, your breath to steady. Firming the muscles in your quadriceps, so lifting the kneecaps without locking your knees and tipping your weight lightly forward if you feel like your weight's in your heels, so you're even through the soles of your feet. Calming breath. As you inhale, fingertips under the shoulders, come up halfway. Exhale, hands to your hips, coming up with a flat back all the way up, preparing for triangle. Your right toes point forward now, both legs straight and strong, hinge out over your right leg, right hand down, left hand to the sky, stacking the shoulders, opening through the chest, belly button pointing out to the side rather than to the floor. And then firm the muscles in your legs, push the floor away with your feet. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, coming up into Warrior Two, bend your front knee deeply. Track your right knee in line with the little toe side of your front foot. And check in with your shape, making sure it's sustainable, that you feel active throughout your whole body. Your arms are extending, fingertips extending away from one another. Your legs are working equally. As you inhale, reverse your warrior here. Reach up, lateral stretch, right side of the body. And as you exhale, come into easy side angle, your forearm to your knee. Left hand straight up toward the ceiling. Try and extend the crown of your head forward so you feel one long line through your spine to your tailbone. Circling your left arm back and then forward out over your ear. Reach long through the left side of your body. Lunge a little deeper. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, look down, both hands down either side of your front foot. Lower your left knee to the floor, come into low lunge. Once you're steady, no rush, arms rise. Stay here for your exhale, breathing smooth. Inhale, reach up through the sides of the waist. And exhale, take the hands to the floor. Your left hand's going to stay down here, right hand to the sky, open up for a twist. And then option here to take a quad stretch, reaching your right hand back for your back foot if it's there. So you're squeezing your heel toward your buttocks if it's accessible, otherwise just staying in your twist, opening up, perhaps leaning your torso back, lunging a little deeper into the front leg. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take a Vinyasa or just stepping quietly back to downward facing dog if you need to do less. Moving through your Vinyasa in your own time, maybe lingering in your back bend. And we'll all meet up, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Little bend in the knees here, and go ahead, walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat. So when you arrive there, you're going to widen your feet away from one another, turn your big toes out, your heels in, and come into yogi squat. And sometimes it's not easy to flex your knees so deeply here, and that's okay. So just come down any amount, and perhaps you can sit down on the back of your legs. Elbows come to the inside of the knees, and your palms press at your heart center. And feel your tailbone heavy, lengthening down toward the floor. And at the same time, an equal energy running up your spine to the crown of your head, so you're lengthening through all three parts of your spine. And if it feels good, a little sway laterally, side to side, letting your inner thighs stretch toward your knees. And then from here, just taking your hands to the floor and parallel your feet. So walk them a little closer. Keep them about hip distance apart. Pop a bend in your right knee now, your right fingertips in front of your right toes, and shoot the left hand straight up toward the ceiling, straightening through the left leg, stretching into your hamstrings, your calf. And then just switching sides, left fingertips down, a little bend in the left knee, right hand to the sky, opening up to your right, sending the gaze up if it feels okay in your neck. And then one movement, one breath, one more side, each side. Right hand down, left hand up. Left hand down, right arm up. Both hands down. And then slowly roll up through your spine, coming all the way up to stand. Just shake out the legs a little here. Standing at the back of your mat, your feet are hip distance apart here, and we'll come into a balanced dancer's pose. So you're going to balance on your right foot, and before you start to balance, really spread out through the sole of your right foot, even stretch your toes out. And then go ahead, catch your left knee in toward your chest. And just find your balance here. And then shift your left knee down so it points down toward the floor and it's parallel with your right knee. Take your left hand to the inside edge of your left foot. And then take your right arm straight up toward the ceiling. And you can stay here. This is a nice balance, one-legged asymmetrical balance. A stretch through the quad. Or you can just very lightly start to tip forward at the same time, pressing your foot into your hand, so you find a mild arch through your spine. Your hips stay level. And you're breathing smooth. And then slowly unravel. We're going to catch that left knee back in toward your chest. And then lengthen by pushing down through your right foot. Stand taller. And then just set it down. Let it go. Shake out the legs. And we'll switch sides here. Your left foot down to balance on. Your right knee in toward your chest. Squeeze in. Find your balance, equilibrium through all four corners of your left foot. Then shift your right knee down so it's parallel with your left knee. And then taking your right hand to the inside of your right foot, find your balance there. Left hand straight up toward the sky. And then shifting your torso forward as you kick your right foot into your hand. Finding that equilibrium, stretching forward and back equally. Keeping your hips as level as possible. Your gaze steady. Nice chest opener, shoulder opener, leg strengthener, And then rewind really slow, right knee back in toward your chest. Press down through all four corners of your left foot to stretch up tall. And then set your right foot down, shake it out, let it go. So if balance didn't work out today, that's okay, just shake it out. And begin again. Shift your toes together here at the back of the mat. Take your hands to your heart center. On a big breath in, arms sweep up and overhead. And as you exhale, dive forward over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, coming up halfway. And as you exhale, walk yourself out to downward facing dog. Keeping your heels heavy there, your legs engaged, fingers spread. Bring your toes together here at the back of the mat. Slowly with your breath, right leg rising. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward, in between your hands, come into low lunge, left knee touching down. Arms rise up alongside your ears, breathe in. Press your palms, exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Big breath in here, we're going to prepare for a twist. As you exhale, left elbow to the outside of your right knee. So you can keep your hands in prayer twist, or you can make a fist with your left hand and then press the palm of your right hand into your fist. So this helps sometimes to find a bit of a deeper twist, allows you to revolve a little bit more through the rib cage and the shoulders, and then replace your hands back to prayer. Back knee can lift and you can balance on the balls of your toes, or you can keep your knee down if you're feeling a little unsteady there. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, both hands down either side of your front foot, and shorten your stance here, preparing for pyramid pose. Take a deep breath in. You can run your hands up your legs to flatten out through your spine and find length. And as you exhale, fold over your front leg, making sure your right toes are pointing forward here. And you can keep a little micro bend in that front knee, but do make sure your back leg's straight. That'll keep you anchored, keep you balanced. Relaxing through the face, smoothing out the rhythm of your breath, just enjoying the rest. Head below your heart. Take a deep breath in, come up halfway. Walk your fingertips off the front edge of the mat here, and coming into standing half splits. So you're going to float your left leg up. Try and keep your hips level here, just to start. And notice if you need to, you can bend that front knee a little if your hands aren't comfortably resting on the floor. From here, you can take it a little further if you like here. You can take your left leg up a little higher, pointing your toes toward the ceiling. You can straighten your right leg and perhaps even taking your right hand to the back of your right calf, balancing on your left fingertips. Dropping your head, drawing your chin toward your shin. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, really slowly bend both knees. Take your left knee behind your right foot there and come to sit in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sitting down, heavy on both your sit bones. Taking your right fingertips behind you here for a twist. Your left hand straight up toward the ceiling. As you breathe in, find length through your spine. And as you breathe out, hug your front knee, take a twist, revolve to your right. 2 deep breaths in and out. And one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, rock yourself forward, plant the hands down, and step yourself quietly back to downward facing dog. Give yourself some room here. Separate the feet, separate your fingers, your hands, shoulder width apart. Reset your breath, smooth, even tempo. Second side coming up, and then we're all just going to slow down and calm down. Toes together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Left foot forward as you breathe out, your low lunge. Right knee to the floor, arms rise as you breathe in. Press your palms, hands to your heart as you breathe out. One more big breath in. Exhale to twist your right elbow now outside of your left knee. Making a fist with your right hand. Palm of the hand, left hand presses into your fist. And then just nestle in so you feel comfortable in your twist. You don't feel uncomfortable through the low back spine. You're just twisting comfortably in your body. Replace the palms together and spiraling your heart toward your thumbs so you can open up through the ribs, through the shoulders. Back knee can lift, or just rest it on the floor wherever you're most comfortable. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, set the hands back down either side of your front foot. And we're going to come into pyramid pose, straightening both legs, shortening your stance, left foot in the left lane, right foot in the right lane. Take a deep breath in, come halfway up your front leg. And as you exhale, fold over the midline of your front leg. So try and keep that feeling that you're long and unwrinkled through the front of your body. So oftentimes here it's easy to round your spine to get a little closer to your legs. So be less concerned about how close you are and focus in more on how open and spacious you can get through the front of your spine. And then push evenly down through both your feet. Activating the leg muscles. And then from here, walking your fingertips off the front edge of your mat, you're going to float the right leg up toward the sky, keeping your hips level and coming into standing half splits. And then adjust yourself here if you need to bend your standing leg to comfortably rest your hands, that's fine. Just finding your version of this particular pose. Lots of different variations. Your lifted leg now can come up a little higher, point the toes. And if you're feeling steady, your left hand can come to the back of your left calf. To balance here, your chin can come to your shin. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend both knees. Take your right knee to the outside of your left foot now, coming to sit in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Getting comfortable, both sit bones down so you're heavy in your seat. And then taking your left fingertips behind you, send your right hand up toward the ceiling. And then hug your front knee, take a twist. A couple of deep breaths in and out. And just feeling grounded on your mat. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, gazing forward, unravel the legs and make your way to the middle of your mat and hug your knees in, rest your head back, come to lie on your back. Rocking a little side to side here. And then taking your feet to the floor. Set your feet up hip distance apart, your big toes in, heels out, heels quite close to your buttocks. Arms alongside your body, a little flow here, bridge flow. You're going to take your arms up overhead nice and slow as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, semicircle the hands forward to the floor, lift the hips. Inhale, arms overhead, lower your buttocks. And exhale, re-hug the knees in toward your chest, press down through the low back spine. Feet to the floor, arms overhead, breathe in. Hands to the floor, breathe out, lift the hips. Arms overhead, breathe in. Lower your buttocks. Exhale, knees in toward your chest, breathing out. Little rock side to side. Full happy baby now. Just going to split the knees nice and wide. Catch a hold outer edges of your feet. And draw your knees down toward your armpits. And rest your head back if you can comfortably here. So you're just resting through your upper body. And smoothing out any tension through your low back spine. And one more deep breath in and out here, no rush. And releasing knees into the chest. Left foot to the floor here. And you're going to send the right heel up toward the ceiling. Catch a hold, hands interlace behind the back of your right leg. And go ahead, extend your left leg out straight, so you're just scissoring the legs away from one another. If you find when you extend your left leg out straight that it feels more tense for you, just rebend that left knee. You're just calming down now, stretching out, lengthening through the back of your body. Your head's resting back, your jaw's relaxed. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, cross your right leg over the left leg. And then pushing down through your left foot, lift your buttocks and shift your knees over to your left, your hips back to the right, so your spine just stays in one straight line. Taking a twist, your arms out wide to a T. And if it feels comfortable for you, next spin your gaze out over to your right. Recline twist, or twists always feel good here at the end of your practice because you're a little bit warmer, hopefully feeling more spacious in your body. And one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the knees back in, and then knees in toward your chest. Take a little squeeze, reset for the other side. Right foot to the mat and your left heel toward the ceiling. Catch a hold, interlace fingers behind the back of your left leg, anywhere there, hamstring or your calf, a little bit more flexible, but try and relax through your upper body so your head's not lifting, shoulders aren't lifting or pulling. Just take a few deep breaths here. Right leg can extend. Your left leg is engaged here. You're reaching up actively through your heel. Toes are flexing back toward your face. And then just take it into a twist. Rebend your right knee. Wrap the left leg over the top. And pushing down through your right foot now. Lift the hips and shift the hips to your left. Your knees to the right here. Arms out wide to the side. And twisting, not forcing anything. You're just winding down here toward the end of your practice. Taking a few smooth, calming breaths. Allow your legs to go really heavy here, your upper body to relax. And one more deep breath in. As you exhale, come on back, unravel the legs, knees in toward your chest. And you're just going to slip your hands behind the back of your knees here. And we're going to take 3 rock and rolls to come up to sit. Just try and roll through the entire length of your spine, rocking your feet out overhead and rolling up, balancing. And let that movement feel good. Use a little bit of momentum if you like here. And when you arrive up, extend both legs out straight. Last posture before Shavasana. Well done for hanging in there. Even on your sit bones here, legs out straight, legs engaged, arms reach up, breathe in. And exhale, fold forward, let it go. Folding forward toward your legs, relaxing through your upper body. And firming in through the belly. So just protecting your low back spine, trying not to round too much, letting go of your effort. Preparing to rest your body, recalibrate, reset. Calming breaths. And whenever you feel ready here, gently unwinding. And ideally either sitting in a quiet meditation for a few minutes or resting back in Shavasana here, laying on your back, spreading your body out, moving your feet away from one another, letting your toes turn out, your heels to rest heavy. Resting your arms away from your body, your palms face up to encourage your shoulders to open. And aligning your spine so the crown of your head is in line with the rest of your spine. Making any final adjustments so you feel smooth, comfortable, and grounded. Closing the eyes. Feeling your breath slow down. Feeling your body melt into the support of the mat. And resting here. Thank you for joining me today in class. I hope you've enjoyed the flow today. Namaste, yogis.